Meanwhile, President Biden's former press secretary sharing some media advice for her old boss over his alleged refusal to sit down and chat with the New York Times.
If you're in the White House, you're not thinking about, am I checking the box on doing the most interviews? You're thinking about, am I doing the most I can to communicate my message to the American people? That's who I represent. So I would say more Howard Stern, come on The View, more smartless conversations where you're having conversations about policy, but they're real ones that people have at their kitchen.
Meanwhile, in an interview, a New York Times executive editor claims the Times is not responsible for being Biden's campaign arm. Quote, it's our job to cover the full range of issues that people have. Immigration happens to be at the top of the poll, and the economy and inflation is second. Should we stop covering those things because they're favorable to Trump and minimize them? Fox News contributor Katie Pavlich joins us right now. You know, Katie, for years, the New York Times has been accused of being in the tank for Democrats, and now here they are saying, look, we've got to cover the news. Sorry, Joe.
Well, the Biden administration having the White House press corps, which is majority Democrat, there are very few Republicans who work inside of that media body, is not even giving them access to a president who would have somewhat of a cakewalk when it comes to these issues. And Jen Psaki is trying to argue that there are alternative forms of media, and therefore we don't need to be doing these press conferences all the time or sit-down formal interviews with the White House press corps. That's actually a fair point. But the fact is that they're actually not checking the boxes on any of what she described. They're not giving access to the president. They're not doing a lot of alternative media. You know, one interview every 3 to 6 months with a radio program, which is pre-taped and able to be very controlled in a controlled environment, is not access to the president. And politically, this has hurt him. You know, we saw during Afghanistan, he wasn't interested in coming out and talking about the crisis that was ongoing there. He's had a hard time selling Ukraine funding, which has resulted in a number of stalemates with Congress over aid getting passed over the past couple of months. He hasn't been able to make the case for his own policies, and you're seeing that reflected in the polls as he becomes the most unpopular president since World War II.
Sure, and over the last couple of weeks, we've wanted to hear him firmly address, and he's made a few comments about the anti-Semitism sweeping the country at our campuses, and we were told, well, hold on, he's going to have a big speech. It's going to actually be today, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays it, because he's got to support First Amendment, but at the same time, when these kids disrupt everything, where graduations and are canceled and buildings are seized, that crosses a line.
Well, he's never out front on anything. And it's like he has to be managed by his staff for 10 days when it comes to this campus issue before he comes out finally and talks about these problems. And this is not a sentiment that's only been going on for the past month on these campuses. This is a sentiment that's been building since October 7th. And quite frankly, this administration's policies and own statements and flip-flopping on this have fueled the fire when it comes to what is acceptable and what's not acceptable in this pro-Hamas narrative about Israel. And that's what the administration has done without putting the president out there at the beginning and having to play catch up.
It sounds as if, you were talking about how the White House press room, for the most part, Democrats. It seems like the other channels seem to have a lot of Democrats, too. We're going to play, we've got a quote from a former CNN, former NBC reporter by the name of Michelle Kaczynski. And apparently she wrote this on X. A few weeks ago, I had dinner with a few couples, friends of friends, all American, all well-educated and successful in their careers. They seemed great on the surface. As it went on, my friends and I realized we were surrounded by otherwise carefully closeted maggots. It's funny how the extremist or just wrong beliefs can't help but leak out even when you least expect them, and from people you least expect. They are out there. This dinner continues to haunt me. They all seem so normal. So in other words, they look just like me, but then I discovered they like Donald Trump. What's the matter with them?
You know, we hear a lot from the left about bigotry and intolerance, and yet you have statements like this where she is saying essentially that if you're a successful, educated person, there's no way that you could be a Trump supporter. And of course, her definition of what's successful and educated differs probably from the rest of the country. There are 75 million voters in this country who voted for Donald Trump the last time around. There are a lot of people who vote for Republicans, and this is the attitude inside of the Beltway, which is why they're so out of touch with the rest of the country, and when they are shocked when people like Donald Trump win elections. And for her to then go on and call them maggots, which is a reference to maggots, the insect, is dehumanizing and wouldn't be allowed to be said about any other group. But for Trump supporters, the media is more than willing to do it.
Katie, I don't know about you, but I like to go out to dinner with people of other political viewpoints because after a couple of drinks, it always gets very exciting and interesting. You're absolutely right.
It's a conversation, right? Let's have discussion. There's disagreement in the country. People can have these conversations. You should have to be closeted about it. And I'm sorry that she is so triggered and haunted by it, but maybe she should get out more.
More safe spaces, just saying. All right. Katie, thank you. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.